Hello everyone, here we have Cambridge Pyramid Checkpoint, April 2023, paper 1 nonfiction. The time will be 1 hour, and the total mark for this paper it will be 50. 25 for reading and 25 for writing. And we're gonna start with the reading section first. Let's go. On this section, you're gonna spend 30 minutes. You will have text A and text B. Let's start with the first one. Look at lines from 3 to 10. First, look at the first sentence. He uses both repetition and onomatopoeia. So I'd like to know something else different from these two he uses. So we're gonna search for figure of speech. Another one. Okay, let's check. I need something different. Here we go. The first line. I need to highlight it. So here is the first line. I'd like to know, or I'd like to find figure of speech different from those two were mentioned in the text, in the question. So here we go. As you can see, look at this here. What do we call this? If I start four words with the same sound or with the same letter, what do we call this? Which figure of speech is this? Simply, it's alliteration. He uses alliteration, which means several words begin with the same letter or sound. As you can see, all of them started with B. So when he said, you've got your binoculars and your boots and you are buzzing to begin. B, 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 the four B's. So that's what we call it, alliteration. So this is figure of speech. That this is the answer we are after. So let's write it down. That's it. He used alliteration, binoculars, boots, buzzing, and began. Okay, now let's go for letter B. Part B in question 1. Give one opinion from this section. So let's go and search for an opinion. Someone telling something refer to his point of view or his feeling. Let's check. So from this section, so we're talking about this part. I'd like to know an opinion for something. Here we go. Bird watching holiday is a fantastic way to discover new birds. Here we can consider this an opinion. So here is the answer for part B in question 1. Bird watching holiday is a fantastic way to discover new birds. This is the opinion that we're after. So C. Give one example of relative pronoun. Before we go to check the text, we need to know what do I mean by relative pronoun in the first place. Here we go. What do I mean by relative pronouns? They introduce relative clause. The most common relative pronouns are who, whom, whose, which, and that. The relative pronoun we use depends on what we are referring to and the type of relative clause. Who refers to people and sometimes with animals, which for animal things, that people, animals, and thing, and it's informal, and who is for possessive meaning. So let's get back to the text to search and try to find any of them were there, okay? Yeah, well, let's search for the relative pronoun. Uh-huh. Here it is. That. Let's write it down and go for our next question. Now let's go to question 2. Look at lines from 11 to 15. Find the shorter phrase which means to begin to do something enthusiastically. What do I mean by enthusiastically? To do something with lots of excitement, something you keen on. Let's find it out from the text. He said line from 11 to 15. So, in this part, I need to find. So, let's check phrase to show how far you love something or you would like to do it over and over again. Here we go. That's it. I'm gonna highlight it. You would still prefer to dive straight. That's it. So let's write it down and go for next. So we wrote the answer in question 2. Let's go to question 3, which has A and B. Let's go for A. First, you should check lines 16 to 22. A. What punctuation mark could replace the dash in this paragraph? Let's go and check. First, he said 16 to 22. 16 to 22. So, this part. Here we go. This part. We need to find the dash. Here it is. I'm gonna highlight it. Yeah, here we go. This the dash. Which punctuation mark I can replace this dash with? Which will be instead of it. So here, let's read what is after. Here we have options like man, forest, or coast. So I'm giving options or a list of something after it. So which means I'm gonna use column, which is two dots above each other. So what do I mean by this in the first place? Let me tell you. So this punctuation mark, we use it in the middle of a sentence, indicates that the second half of the sentence explains or provides examples of what is described in the first half. So use it when you're going to introduce something in the second half of the sentence and that explain or completes or even give examples of what is mentioned in the first half. The column may introduce a list or example or explanation. So after all that, in the text, he gave us lots of examples like lake, mountain, forest. The fourth one I cannot remember, but something like that. So, which means this will be the right option in this case. So instead of the dash, we're gonna use this punctuation mark. Okay, now we're done with part A. Let's go to part B. Explain the meaning of the phrase dashing from one to the next. You know what? I can guess it, but I have to go to check text first. But if you know the meaning of the word dash, dash is to travel from a place to another place. So I believe we did it, but we need to go check first. So we're still here, lines 16 to 22. Yeah, this part. I need to change the color. Yeah, and this part. We're still there. Part B. We are looking for the meaning of this dashing from one to the next. No, not all of that. Sport. Dashing from dashing from the dashing from one to the next. That's it. I don't know what's wrong with it, but let's underline it instead of highlighting it because there is a problem with highlighting. Here we go. Dashing from one to the next. What do I mean by this? So it's clear. As I said, if you know the meaning of dash, it will be easier for you to guess the meaning. So dash is to run or travel from a place, but you must be in a hurry, not just this is the difference. In a great hurry. Run or travel somewhere in a great hurry. I dashed into the garden. Into the garden. So I wrote the answer dashing from one to the next to move from a place to another in a hurry. Question 4. Question 4. You are going on a holiday going on a bird watching holiday. Would you prefer to stay in one place or to go to many different places? In this question, you are free to choose whatever you want because it depends on you. But so you can take I prefer to stay in one place or I prefer to go to the many different places. And both of them will be correct. Just you need to tell me the reason why you choose your choice and the evidence from the text. So let's check the text. For that, we are in lines from 16 here, 16 to 22. So we're going to search in this part. Here we go, different. So this can mean visiting many different natural habitats in the same day, like 21st on the coast. Dashing from one to the next can be exhilarating, which means exciting, inspiring, interesting, but exhausting. So it depends on you if you can see that as an exhausting thing or exciting. Okay, so it sounds too stressful. If you don't like moving from a place to another, it will be stressful for you. So, and you would prefer to stay in one place and you can study the local bird in detail. So, if you choose the option related to stay in one place, your evidence will be to study the local bird in details. And if you choose to move in or to go different places or different natural habitats, your excuse or your evidence will be here because he said dashing from one to the next can be exhilarating, which means exciting. So this will be your evidence. So it depends on you to choose whatever you want. For me, I'm gonna go for this. I prefer to stay in one place. The reason, because moving from a place to another, it seems to be stressful for me. And the evidence, staying in one place helps me to study birds in detail, which I like the most. So that's it. I'm gonna write answers. So here is the answer. I wrote it. Reason for your choice: moving from one place to another seems to be stressful for me. Evidence from text: a bird watching holiday that is centered on one place where you can study the local birds in detail. So let's go for next. Look at lines 30 to 28. On the other hand, is often used to introduce of this idea. Which phrase is used in the same way in this text? So I need the synonym for on the other hand. What do I mean by synonym? Two words or phrase or sentence or whatever, um, they have the same meaning. So let's check lines 23, 28 for synonym for this phrase. 23, 28. 23, 28. Here we go, this part. Yeah, this part. We need a synonym for on the other hand. Some bird watchers want to spend all the time behind, but then again, other might prefer some time to explore the local area. So, then again, why? Because the idea before is different from, or the opposite of it. Some bird watchers do this, spend all their time waiting and watching, and some other might prefer some time to explore the local area. So some of them go around and explore the area. So then again is a synonym for on the other hand. Then again. So next B. Look at line 25. Why has a modal verb has been used here? Okay. But first, what do I mean by modal verb? Do you know? We use modal verb to show necessity, obligation, possibility. Let's check line 25. Line 25. That's it. Okay. So we can go for it. Line 25. That's it. This is line 25. So where is the modal verb in this? Here we go. It's might. What does it show here? Possibility. Because you have option. You can go around and explore the local area, or you can spend the whole time just watching some birds. So might is answer, and it shows possibility. Let's go and write it down. Okay, let's go for number 6. The text is structured in different ways to make the information easy to read. Give two of the ways. Okay, so I need how many ways? Two. Ways of what? Make the text easy. Text easy. So let's just check two ways, make it easy for us to understand the text, the whole text. So let's check the whole text. So what make it easy? First, as you can see, subheadings, bold subheadings here. This is one of the options, make it easy. Bold subheadings, yes. And heading itself, short paragraphs, line breaks, line breaks between paragraphs, and use of glossary. So all of these stuff make it easy for us. So you can choose two to write them because all I need just two to answer the question. So we can write bold heading and subheading or subtitles and short paragraphs, or even you may write line breaks between paragraphs or use of glossary. Just to choose two to write them. I'm gonna write the answer now. Here we go. I did it. I wrote them. Bold heading, subheading, and short paragraphs. And next. Question 7. Where do you think you would find a text like this? Uh, as you know, the text was about bird watching and a trip. Would you like to go bird watching trip? Encyclopedia of birds, specialist travel brochure, sightseeing guidebook, or zoology textbook? Tick. Because it's trip, so it's related to traveling. You're gonna find it in this. So done. Now we finish text A. This was the last question. This is the end of it. So now we're gonna start XP. Different topic, different reading text, different questions. Let's go to the XP. Question 1. It's a question 1 in text B, but it's question 8 in the 20 questions related to the reading section. Okay, so look at lines 4 to 11. The writer is impressed by how much Mozart wrote. Give one word which tells us this. Okay, let's see. He said lines 4 to 11. Okay, 4 to 11. 4 to 11. Okay, on this part. A word shows us how far he admires or loves, like. impressed with his music. Still, still, despite dying at the young age of 35, he still wrote more. He still wrote over 600 pieces of music. That's why he he feels like that. Just 35, and he did much. He did lots of things despite dying at that young age, which means he was wow. I cannot find a word to describe this, but that's really good. So the word is still. He need one word, so you should get this one word. Still. So question two. The text is mainly in the past tense. Yeah. Why is the present tense is used in the second paragraph? Okay, let's check. Let's find out what what the second paragraph is talking about. This may give us a clue why it's imprisoned. So second paragraph. Wow, this is the second paragraph. Why it's imprisoned? Where is the present? Let's check. Who attracts birds by playing tunes on the flute? A quiet little man with a good heart, but only wants one thing to find a partner for life, just like starling too. So, by the way, starling is a bird, kind of bird. Okay. So, why does he use present with this sentence? Because his music still has its own effect on people, and not just people, even on birds and animals. The effect is still. This is the key. Despite dying, his music is still there. The opera is still performed nowadays. Uh, his opera is still performed nowadays, and the beauty of his music is still there. That's why he's using present. So, letter C. Find an adverb which, as used in this text, means exactly. I need an adverb between lines 4 and 11 means exactly. So I need a synonym for exactly. Let's go and find it out. Okay. Uh, I need to stop a little bit. Okay. Okay. But we're still there. Okay. Let's circle the part we're talking about. Okay. Synonym or a word or adverb means exactly. Good heart means wants one thing to find a partner for life. Just like Sterling do. Just exactly like Sterling do. So just just okay. Next. Look at lines 12 to 18. 12 to 18. Hmm, 12, 18. 12. Mhm. We're gonna look at this part to find what is the purpose of dashes. This dash? Tick one. Okay. Let's go to check. Let's find the dash first. Where is the dash? Dash, 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 dash. Here we go. Hmm? Um, Why do we use it? Let's get back. Details, add meaning, comment, explanation. Let's check. Let's read. He thought, and so he, the bird, Sterling, and took it home as a pet. So, um, he wrote the name of the bird between the two dashes. He was talking about the bird. Okay. So in this case, he's doing what? He's give us a meaning? No, it has nothing to do with meaning because he gives us the name of the bird. Comment? No. Explanation? Not even close. So the answer will be to add detail. I give you more details when I mention the name of the bird. So it will be option one, detail. Next, B. Give one example. I need one of passive verb from this section. Okay, this section he means from 12 to 18. Okay, I need a passive verb form. But first, what do I mean by passive verb or the passive verb form? Let's 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 explain this first. Okay, so the passive form or the passive voice. A passive sentence consists of subject, the verb to be in the correct tense, the past participle of the verb needed. We have subject, verb to be, and the past participle. The novel was read by mom. The film wasn't like it. The windows had been broken. So let's check the text and find out one of the passive form from it. Remember, it was the lines 16 to 18, maybe. Let's check. Yeah, lines 12, 18. 12, 18, huh, this part. Passive form. Passive form. I'm searching for verb to be and past participle. So let's check. Can it be this one? Of course, no. But why? Because here is the verb to be, yes. But is this a passive form or is this a past participle form of what? Of course not. So this is not. So this one is not the answer. I am after. So let's check something else. So it can be this one. No. But why? Because this one is past perfect, active one. Here is a subject. He had written. It's not passive. So, and there is something else. If it's passive, we're not gonna start with the subject, and you must add been, so it will be had been written. And we're gonna start with the thing that he wrote. So, for it will be, for example, the book had been written by him or by the writer. So you're gonna start with the thing that he had been written. Okay, so it's not gonna be this too. So where is the passive form? I'm searching for verb to be plus past participle. Check one more time. Okay, here we go. Wolves whistled. Here we go. This one. Let's check. Does it follow the rule? Yeah. Verb to be exist, which is wolves. Okay. Checked. If was checked. And here whistled. This is the third form of the verb whistle, which is past participle. So, and we started with here is object. I'm talking about the tone, Mozart tone. Okay, was whistled by someone. So the subject at the end after the preposition by. So Mozart tune was whistled by someone walking past the pet shop. So that's it. So this is the target was whistled. Let's go to write it down. Was whistled. Okay. So next question or letter C. Give one. We're still in the same paragraph. Okay. Give one example of an adverb used to show that something is surprising. Okay. I need. So, one, adverb, show, surprising. Let's check. It must be adverb, okay? Do not get confused between adverb and adjectives. They are way different. So, let's check. Bismillah. He had written himself. That's amazing. Show surprising. Can we go for amazing? Yeah, it shows surprising. Yeah, so, and it's one word, but it's not an adverb, honey. So it's not gonna be this because I told you it must be an adverb. So next, but we all never know who came up with this. So it can't copy the songs of birds. Pass to the bishop. It may even have been Mozart himself. Wow! It may even have been Mozart himself. Look, guys, this sentence shows surprising, okay? But which part of it? Where is the adverb in this one? The adverb. Which part of speech? Which one of them is adverb? It may even have been Mozart himself. Where is the adverb? Ta-da! Even. That's it. The only adverb in the sentence. So it will be this one. Even. Let's write it down. Even. Okay. Good for you. Question 10. Which two? And this one, I need two options. I'm gonna choose two, okay? Two themes. Two boxes. What was it about? What was the text about? Let's check. So, number one, kind characters. I don't think so. We were talking about a bird and the music of Mozart and this stuff. No. Copy sound? No one is copying anything. No. Musical bird? Could be. Starling, the bird who can imitate different tongues and this stuff. Fine. Writing music? For sure, because Mozart is a writer or a music writer. Yes, musician, really famous musician. He was and is and will be. Yeah. Special operas? No. I I did take the two, so no need for this. So musical poets writing music. Next. So the writer, question 11. We're still in the same paragraph, okay? So the writer uses many adverbial phrases, yes, to help structure the text. Give one example of three-word adverbial phrase of place. So I need one example of how many words, three words, adverbial phrase of what related to place. I need it related to place, not time and not something else. It's place. Let's go and check. We're still in the same paragraph, right? But I need to erase this stuff. To okay, okay. I need to change the color of the pen. So, Bismillah, let's check. We are after a verbal phrase of place. Near his home. Good. Near his home, this is one. Where is the second? I need a place. I need a place. What? Let's get back. I cannot find the second one. Let's check one more time. Near his home. Done. See. He. Okay, there is nothing except for this one. So how could it be two? Wait a second. Should I search in just in this part, or I can go more? Okay, let's check from the question. More question. Okay, the text. Lines 12 to 18. 12 to 18. Wait. 12 to 18. 12, 12, 12. No, this is right. 12 to 18. There is nothing except for near his home. But if I go a little bit higher here, here we have all over Europe, but it's not in the same place. So it will be all over Europe and near his home. But first, I forgot to ask you, what do I mean by adverbial phrase? First. So, adverbial phrase is a group of words that function as an adverb. Like, we will escape in the morning, but this is an adverbial phrase of time. And it can be simply just an adverb like, we will escape later. This is normal adverb. And we will escape when the sun rises. So, this is adverbial phrase of time. That's why I choose all over Europe and near his house. This adverbial phrase of place. Okay, so let's go for next question. So we have here all over Europe and near his house. But there is something, guys. Um, if it not in the paragraph, that it must be from the paragraph between the lines mentioned in the question, or it's not does not count. So I'm gonna go for near his home. But let me check first. He asked for one or two. He asked for one. That's why I was just why I was searching for two. He asked for one. So and it must be from the part he mentioned in the question. If you get something out of the lines that mentioned in the questions, it's not gonna be correct. So the answer is near his home, and this is the only one in this part. So it will be near his home. Near his home. Okay, done. Next question. Uh, B. Give one example uh-huh, of a dribble phrase. Okay, one more time. Of time, this time. This time I need it for time. Introduces a new paragraph. Okay, the meaning of it is to introduce new paragraph. So it must be at the beginning, early beginning of it to introduce it. So adverb of time. And this time I need one. Okay, I don't know why I go for two last time. Okay, from this part, only this part. I'm gonna remove this not to be confused. So here we go. Of time, adverbial of time. Adverbial of time, this one. When he was 25. This is adverbial of time, by the way. Yeah. So, so easy. Got it just like that. Okay, let's write it. So, I wrote it when he was 25. Next, text B, uh, biographical text. Yeah. Give one further of 2015 text B. Okay. Give us evidence. Prove that it's biography. So, what do I mean by biographical text or biography stuff? Well, biography writing. So, what do I mean by this first? So, what do I mean by biography? It's fact or factual story about a real person in the past or in present, written by someone else, mostly written in the past tense. Facts about a person or about his life, and um, it talks about famous or these stuff. So I wrote it. It talks about famous person's life. Mention facts about his life because it was talking about Mozart and his life and what he did and how far his music still exists till now. How great he was. So next, done. We finish the reading part. All 12 questions. So let's go to writing part. Section B, writing. Spend 30 minutes on this. Spend 30 minutes on this section. You work at an activity center. and your manager has asked you to write a persuasive text to go on the website to attract more visitors. So, you're working in activity center. Your manager asked you to, so the place is activity center. You're gonna write persuasive text to go on a website to attract more visitors. So, the activity centers could be at museum, aquarium, theme park, adventure playground, site, historical or geographical interest, activity center of your own choice. Maybe it can be a sports center or something, if you like sports. Remember to use feathers of persuasive writing. Here is the space for your planning. Then you are free to write whatever you want in this empty page.